Our last, but certainly not least, teen speaker for tonight is Peter Berry. And Peter Berry got back from Israel over the summer, the lucky dog, because he competes in JCC Maccabi, sportsman extraordinary. Peter Berry to tell us more about his experience at JCC Maccabi and Israel, hopefully.
Hi, my name is Peter Berry. I'm a graduate of the Beth Yeshurun Day School and a proud member of this congregation. During this past summer, I traveled to Israel for the first time in my life. What an amazing, life-changing experience. Not only did I get to see Israel, but I also had the opportunity to represent Team USA in wheelchair basketball by competing in the Maccabi Games, a select tournament held every 4 years in Israel as a way to unite Jewish athletes from around the world. I can still remember my parents' passion when they would talk about their time in Israel. I too dreamed of going there and urged my mom to plan a family trip for us. She agreed that we should all go to Israel, and she said that there would be time for that. Unfortunately, that time never came, as my parents were taken away from us all too soon in a tragic car accident. But perhaps my experience in Israel took on greater meaning for me, knowing that they would have been so happy that I had finally made the journey. While I always imagined traveling to Israel, I didn't dream I would be representing the USA as an athlete playing wheelchair basketball, a sport that has become such an important part of my life. When our wheels touched down in Tel Aviv, everyone on the plane was clapping with joy, and I was filled with excitement to be part of this international competition that first integrated wheelchair basketball into the games 8 years ago. During the first half of our trip, both the wheelchair and able-bodied athletes participated together in the Israel Connect program, which consisted of tours across the country. From Masada to the Dead Sea, the Jewish Quarter in the Old City, the Western Wall, and so many other amazing historical sites. We saw it all. We got to know one another beyond the competition through our experiences and appreciation of the land of Israel. I ate probably unhealthy amounts of delicious falafel and shawarma, visited all of the tourist attractions, met new people, laughed at screaming Israeli cab drivers, and tried to get accustomed to hearing Hebrew as an everyday language rather than just for prayer. The experience of being together with Jewish athletes from all over the world was incredible. While we competed, we also cheered and supported one another. When the wheelchair users required assistance going in and out of the Dead Sea, navigating the cobblestone streets in Jerusalem, hiking up the side of Masada, or just making our way through the crowds and street parties, someone was always there to help. From the wrestlers to the soccer players to my own Maccabi teammates. I feel so fortunate to have made such awesome personal connections and lifelong friends. The opening ceremony was beyond powerful. Being Jewish was the common thread that linked 10,000 athletes from 75 delegations coming together as one family in the Holy Land. I felt proud to be part of something so special. Another impactful part of my summer experience was getting to know the Israeli wheelchair basketball players. It was humbling to meet players, many who were 10 years older than me, who had been injured while protecting Israel on the battlefield. They quickly became my heroes. One of the players, named Asiel, was particularly impressive, both on and off the court. To start, Asiel is one of the best athletes I've ever played against or watched in any sport. It is no surprise that with so much talent, Asiel won the most valuable player. I held to my own too, though. I'm happy to report that I won the scoring title, which means I scored the most of any player throughout our 6 games. Asiel and I quickly became friends, and he has generously invited me to play with the Israeli national team alongside him next summer. However, it was Asil's courage and strength off the court that truly inspired me. I had no words. When Asil told us about the horrific terrorist attack in his own home that took the lives of his parents and his siblings, leaving him with one leg and no family. His strength and positive attitude will forever give me courage to stay the course when life seems challenging. I returned from Israel feeling more inspired than ever to make a difference in this world and with a stronger bond to the Jewish community around the globe. I feel so blessed to have had such a life-altering experience and hope to return to our Holy Land in 4 years for the next Maccabi Games. Thank you, Rabbi Strauss, for inviting me to share my story today. I would like to take this time to wish everyone a happy and healthy New Year. Thank you.